Akashvani presents Morning News. Good morning, I am Abhishek Mukhopadhyay. The headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India is now a country that leads and creates new global platforms. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar to embark on a 2-day visit to Nepal beginning today. Indian Railways to install around 20,000 GPS-based navigation fog pass devices during foggy weather to ensure smooth rail operations. Ukraine and Russia exchange nearly 500 prisoners of war. World Braille Day to be celebrated across the globe today. And South Africa to resume the second innings from 62 for 3 wickets against India on day 2 of the second test at Newlands Stadium in Cape Town. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has asserted that his government has taken every decision with the national interest in mind. He said any tough decision does not seem difficult for him as he takes all steps through the prism of nation first. Mr. Modi stated this in an interview to a news magazine. The Prime Minister said that Modi's guarantee is not a formula made for winning elections, but the guarantee is the trust of the poor. He said, today, every poor person in the country knows that Mr. Modi will not back down from his duty. The Prime Minister said, from a country that used to feel left behind, India is now leading from the front and has become a country that leads and creates new global platforms. He said, today, the world consensus is clear that this is India's moment. The Prime Minister said that he believes in optimum utilization of resources and outcome-oriented monitoring and achieving national goals through Jan Andolans. On economy, Mr. Modi said when he became Prime Minister in 2014, the size of India's economy was $2 trillion and at the end of 2023-24, India's GDP will be more than $3.75 trillion. He pointed out that it is well known that investments in infrastructure have a large multiplier impact on growth and employment. Mr. Modi also said that infrastructure creation is happening at a never-seen-before pace and all sectors are doing much better than how they were 10 years ago. On the issue of ensuring sustained peace in Jammu and Kashmir, he said government has adopted a multi-pronged approach with a focus on security, development, investment in infrastructure and human capital and a complete re-engineering of government processes through reforms. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said his government has left no stone unturned to ease lives of women. Mr. Modi said this during his address at a mammoth women's meet at Thrissur in Kerala yesterday. The Prime Minister criticized the Left Democratic Front, LDF, and the United Democratic Front, UDF governments, who ruled in Kerala for several years since independence, for depriving women from several basic facilities and rights. Mr. Modi said for the NDA, 4 categories are important: the poor, youth, farmers, and women.
बीजेपी के नेतृत्व वाली एनडीए सरकार के लिए 4 जातियां सर्वोपरि है। जब देश के गरीब, देश के युवा, देश के किसान और देश की महिलाओं का विकास होगा, तभी देश का विकास होगा। इसलिए बीजेपी सरकार की योजनाओं का बड़ा लाभ इन 4 जातियों को सबसे ज्यादा मिला है। मोदी ने बहनों की समस्याओं को दूर करने की गारंटी दी थी और आपके आशीर्वाद से उन्हें पूरा भी किया।
The Prime Minister highlighted that the NDA government ensured the Nari Shakti Bandhan Adhiniyam became a law of the land besides ending the practice of triple talaq. The Indian Railways have provisioned around 20,000 fog pass devices during the foggy weather to ensure smooth rail operations. The fog pass is a GPS-based navigation device that helps the loco pilot to navigate during dense fog conditions. The Railway Ministry said it provides on-board real-time information to loco pilots regarding location of fixed landmarks such as signal, level crossing gate and permanent speed restrictions. The ministry said during the foggy weather in the winter months, a large number of trains are affected, especially in the northern parts of the country. Talking to Akashvani News, CPRO Northern Railways, Deepak Kumar said the loco pilot can carry the device easily with him as it is portable, compact in size and light in weight.
रेलवे इसका बहुत ध्यान रखती है और हर साल की तरह इस बार भी हम लोग ने फॉग सेफ्टी डिवाइसेस जो है वो इंजन के ऊपर लगाए हैं। ड्राइवर को ये एक्स्ट्रा फैसिलिटी मिलती है ये देखने के लिए कि सिग्नल स्थिति कैसी होगी। तो सिग्नल की सिचुएशन उसको पता चलती है, क्योंकि बहुत ज्यादा फॉग होने के कारण अगर विजिबिलिटी बहुत कम हो जाती है तो ये उसके पास एडिशनल डिवाइस होता है कि उसको पता चले कि ये सिग्नल कहाँ पे है। ये सिग्नल ग्लोबल पोजीशनिंग से आधारित होता है। तो इस तरह से उसको सिग्नल की जानकारी मिल जाती है, जिसके कारण वो एहतियात से गाड़ी को सिग्नल को वॉच करते हुए वो आगे निकाल सकता है। इसके अलावा बाकी भी बहुत सी प्रिकॉशन हम लोग लेते रहते हैं, जिसके कारण सेफ परिचालन में हमें मदद मिलती है।
Information, education and communication vans disseminating the message of the government's flagship welfare schemes yesterday reached various parts of New Delhi. These areas include Trilokpuri, Tughlakabad, Karaval Nagar, Vikaspuri and Ambedkar Nagar. The Viksit Bharat Sankalp Yatra that was launched by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in the month of November last year is getting an immense response from the people of Delhi. Our correspondent reports that many camps have been organized at Karaval Nagar in northeast Delhi, in which people were given information about government schemes like Ayushman Bharat Yojana, PM Ujjwala Yojana, India Post Payment Bank and Aadhaar Service Centre. On this occasion, people present on the site took oath to make India a developed nation by 2047. Talking to Akashvani News, Budh Vilas shared about the benefits he received under PM Mudra Yojana loan in the camp.
मेरा नाम बुद्ध विलास है। मेरा 10,000 का लोन मुद्रा लोन के तहत 10 मिनट के अंदर अंदर मेरा पास हो गया। ये कैंप में शिविर में आया था मैं, और मैं तुरंत मेरे को भर दिया फार्म और तुरंत मेरा पास हो गया 10,000 का लोन।
The Madhya Pradesh government has decided to implement Rani Durgavati Shri Anna Protsahan Yojana to promote the production of millets. The decision was taken in the first meeting of the state cabinet held in Jabalpur yesterday. Our correspondent reports that under this scheme, incentives will be given to the farmers producing millets.
To support the efforts of Prime Minister Narendra Modi to promote Sri Ann in the country, the Madhya Pradesh government will provide an amount of 10 rupees per kg to the farmers producing kodo, kutki, ragi, jowar, bajra and other millets. This amount will be transferred directly to the farmers' accounts. Rani Durgavati Sri Ann promotion scheme is being implemented with the aim to promote crop production, storage, processing, marketing, procurement and brand building to increase the income of farmers. On the initiative of Prime Minister Narendra Modi, the year 2023 was declared as the International Millet Year. Sanjeev Sharma, Akashvani News, Bhopal.
This is Akashvani giving you the news. For quick news updates around the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar will embark on a 2-day visit to Nepal beginning today. The visit has been held at the invitation of Nepal Foreign Minister Narayan Prasad Saud for co-chairing the 7th meeting of the India-Nepal Joint Commission in Kathmandu. The Joint Commission was established in 1987 and provides a platform for both ministers to review all aspects of the bilateral partnership. During the visit, Dr. Jaishankar will also call on the leadership of Nepal and meet prominent political figures. In a statement, the External Affairs Ministry said Nepal is a priority partner of India under its Neighbourhood First policy, and the visit is in keeping with the tradition of high-level exchanges between two close and friendly neighbours. We have a report from a Kathmandu correspondent.
Nepal looks forward to exploring ways for promoting Nepal's export to India in view of widening trade deficit between the two countries, improving cross-border infrastructure, concluding developmental projects launched in the past, and other important issues. Nepal is a priority partner of India under its Neighbourhood First policy. The visit is in keeping with tradition of high-level exchange between two neighbours. Shweta Singh for Akashvani News, Kathmandu.
Minister of External Affairs S. Jaishankar yesterday held a telephonic conversation with his Ukrainian counterpart Dmytro Kuleba and exchanged views on the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. In a social media post, Dr. S. Jaishankar said that he held a fruitful conversation with the Ukrainian Foreign Minister. Dr. Jaishankar added that he also discussed advancing the bilateral cooperation in the year ahead between two countries. The telephonic conversation is significant as it comes days after Jaishankar paid a 5-day visit to Moscow to meet the Russian leadership. Russia and Ukraine exchanged nearly 500 prisoners of war, one of the few areas of cooperation between the two sides. The prisoners include Ukrainian service members detained during fighting at the Azovstal steel plant in Mariupol and on Snake Island in the Black Sea. Ukraine's coordination headquarters for POW said in a post on Telegram that it was the largest such exchange yesterday since Russian-Ukraine fighting started nearly 2 years ago. Officials from the United Arab Emirates helped the mediation process between Russia and Ukraine. Ukrainian officials said that 230 of the service members returned home, while Russia said 248 of its POWs were released. The World Braille Day will be celebrated across the globe today. The day holds special importance as it marks the birthday of Louis Braille, the visionary inventor of the Braille script, born in France in 1809. Recognizing the paramount role of Braille in education, communication and social inclusion, the United Nations has designated 4th January every year as World Braille Day. Braille, a universal code rather than a language, serves as a tool to write and read in various languages, including Sanskrit, Arabic, Chinese, Hebrew, Spanish, and many others. On this occasion, national institutes and composite regional centers under the Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities are organizing several programs in the country. In men's cricket, South Africa will resume the second innings at the overnight score of 62 for 3 wickets against India on day 2 of the second test at Newlands Stadium in Cape Town. The match will start at 1:30 in the afternoon Indian time. Earlier, India scored 153 runs and took a lead of 98 runs in the first innings against the hosts. The hosts were all out for 55 runs in the first innings after opting to bat first. For India, Seema Mohammad Siraj took a career best 6 for 15. The first 2 innings lasted 349 balls, the second fewest in 147 years of Test cricket. The only shorter instance was 287 deliveries between Australia and England in 1902. The beach games will kick-start at the Goghala beach in the Union Territory of Diu this afternoon. The event will continue till the 11th of January. More than 1,200 players will participate in the sports festival. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will deliver a message in a video to all participants of the multi-sports beach games, and Union Youth and Sports Minister Anurag Singh Thakur will be the chief guest. Mr. Thakur will attend the My Bharat program at Malala Auditorium, Diu today. Union Sports Minister Anurag Thakur yesterday reviewed the preparations for the National Youth Sports Festival to be held on the occasion of the National Youth Day in Nashik on the 12th of January 2024. And now, for a look at today's newspapers, it's over to Subhadra Ramachandran.
Thank you, Abhishek. Prime Minister Narendra Modi's Thrissur visit is covered by most of the dailies. The pioneer carries a photo of PM Modi being welcomed as he arrives for the Stri Shakti Modikoppam Mahila Sangamam in Thrissur. The caption above reads, Prime Minister Modi rocks in Kerala. Supreme Court to order SIT probe into Adani firms, leads Hindustan Times. Jaishankar begins 2-day visit to Nepal today to sign power deal, reports the Asian Age. 103 killed in twin blasts at memorial event in Iran, leads the Hindu. Delhi, Chandigarh, Haryana have highest cybercrime rate in India, reports the Tribune. In affairs, ISRO harmed to use Musk rocket to launch heavy satellite, states the Times of India. And finally, Tiger Zinda Hai. Big cats return brings hope in Bengal Reserve, reports the Indian Express. With that, it's back to you, Abhishek.
Thank you, Subhadra. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi says India is now a country that leads and creates new global platforms. External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar to embark on a 2-day visit to Nepal beginning today. Indian Railways to install around 20,000 GPS-based navigation fog pass devices during foggy weather to ensure smooth rail operations. Ukraine and Russia exchange nearly 500 prisoners of war. World Braille Days to be celebrated across the globe today. South Africa to resume the second innings from 62 for 3 wickets against India on day 2 of the second test at Newlands Stadium in Cape Town. And with that, we end the morning news. Have a nice day.